Well, hello everyone. Here we are then, almost at the final chapter of the Championship season. It's the second leg of the playoffs towards the end of this week, Thursday and Friday night to be exact. After two sort of cagey 0-0 draws on Sunday, I didn't watch both, but they both had some chances. But understandably, none of the four sides really wanted to damage their chances ahead of the second matches. So effectively it's a single leg shootout now at both Leeds and Southampton. Leeds versus Norwich we have on Thursday night, and Southampton versus West Brom on Friday night. I think in the playoffs, it's a tricky old strategy to not rely on playing the game at home, but to think that you've got that extra bit of advantage playing at home. I've never believed it in playoffs. And looking at the stats this season across all three of the EFL divisions, of the 10 games played so far, only 2 have been home wins. The pressure is even, and pressure's there anyway for home or away, wherever you play. But to play at home, especially in the final match before you get to the final, the pressure and the crowd and the whole occasion is huge, obviously. And I just think the away team just has that little bit less pressure on them. It's probably not going to be borne out in my predictions, but I just think it's as I say, it's statistically it's proven to be not the best strategy to think, well, we've got a home game, we'll be fine. It's going to be an interesting couple of nights ahead. All that said, I think the most vulnerable of the two at home will be Leeds, and they come up on Thursday against Norwich. Leeds have lost a couple of home games towards the back end of last season, or this season, against Blackburn and Southampton. Probably the Southampton game wasn't much riding on it, both sides not wanting to show their hand ahead of the playoffs, but nevertheless that's the statistic. They did lose these games at home with full crowds, so that the atmosphere was there and the pressure was there. So Leeds and Norwich will come there relaxed. Their goal scoring just sort of dried up towards the back end last few games, so it'll be another interesting one, obviously another tight game, I believe. I think this one will go to extra time, and Leeds might just shade it in extra time. So I'm going to go Leeds to win in extra time by 2-1, but it's going to be a real tight one, obviously. But just take Leeds to sneak it, really. But Norwich will go there and give it a go, relaxed, and do their stuff, and you just never know. But as I say, Leeds 2, Norwich 1. And then we come on to Southampton and West Bromwich Albion, which I think will be a little bit more straightforward, given even though what I said about home wins. Here I am going to probably predict two more. However, West Brom, they've been in the top 6 for as long as anyone can remember, the last season or during the season, really. They sort of hibernated in the top 6. They crawled in there in October and never came out. So that's West Brom, and they've got a good defensive stability. I think that gives them a chance. But if Southampton are back on form with their scoring, then I think Southampton will edge it. Again, it'll be edgy. It'll be a real tight game once again. But I think Southampton, if they get the first goal, that will have to bring West Brom out a little bit, and that is exactly where Southampton want them. That's exactly where Southampton will sort of run amok, really, potentially. They love that sort of thing, teams coming at them. You just see the scorelines this season, 4 threes, 4 alls, all sorts of amazing scores, especially at home. They just think anyone at home will get more than you type of approach. So I think they will, but I think it'll be routine. I think I'm going to go Southampton 2, West Bromwich Albion 0 in normal time. No need for extra time, and let's hope, I really do hope, that neither game goes to penalties. That there's no fun in that. It's really, whatever we say, condolences afterwards. That one player who makes that miss for for this type of match in particular. It's a horrible thing to have to cope with, and you've got to go through that all summer. So we don't want to wish that on any one of the players turning out on these two, or any of the playoff matches across the coming weekends. So there we go. There we have it. I think it will be 2 home wins, but it won't be easy for either side. As I say, statistically, that doesn't. It just shows that won't be the case. At least to overcome Norwich after extra time, and Southampton just to be have a little bit more to spare in their match on Friday. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see who gets to Wembley on Bank Holiday Monday, isn't it? The 27th traditionally is the big money prize on Monday for the 2 of those 4 teams. And good luck to all 4, and I'll see you again soon.